like being a freak. I'm lying here behind you, staring at your backside. You looking real sexy. Turn over, let me take a ride. I wanna love you all night long. I wanna make you feel good till the morning comes. I wanna love you all night long. Let's move in rhythm to the beat of this song. I've been waiting all day just to feel you next to me, next to me, next to me, next to me. Let me give it to you, I won't hold back. Let me free your mind, let's release at the same time. I don't need nobody else, they can't make me feel like you do. The way you hold me, the way you kiss me, the way you squeeze me, the way you wrap yourself around, the way you hold me, the way you kiss me, the way you squeeze me. Here it goes, I just can't hold it back. Baby, I wanna love you all night long. I wanna make you feel good till the morning comes. I wanna love you all night long. Let's move in rhythm to the beat of this song. I wanna love you all night long. I wanna make you feel good till the morning comes. I wanna love you all night long. Let's move in rhythm to the beat of this song. I wanna love you, I just wanna love you. I wanna love you, I just wanna love you. I wanna love you, the way you hold me, I just wanna love you. The way you kiss me, I wanna love you. The way you squeeze me, I just wanna love you. The way you wrap yourself around, the way you hold me, I just wanna love you. The way you kiss me, I wanna love you. The way you squeeze me, I just wanna love you. The way you wrap yourself around, the way you hold me, I just wanna love you. The way you kiss me, I wanna
Tell me what's the vibe?
I can tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see, yeah, the realization that you're down with me. From one to one, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. You show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Yeah, just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love, talking real love. One chance, love for me. Certified love, confirmed from above. Anyone can plain to see. I'm so glad that I can say I got you. Yeah, yeah. I know you feel the same way too. Certified is just the way it is. From one to one, this love so true. Yeah, baby girl, you got it. You show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Yeah, just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love, talking real love. One chance, love for me. One chance, love. Certified love, confirmed from above. Confirmed from above. Anyone can plainly see. You are my true love. Yes, you are. Certified love. The only one from up above. Yeah. One chance love, talking real love. One chance love for me. One chance love for me. Certified love, confirmed from above. Anyone can plainly see. Anyone can plainly see. Yeah. One chance love, one chance love, talking real love. One chance love for me. This is one certified love. Oh, confirmed from above. Anyone can plainly see. Anyone can plainly see. Oh, love, one chance love. Oh, certified love. Oh, certified love. Yeah, yeah. Certified love. Da 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 da. Certified love.
Sing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sitting in this place with a smile on my face, knowing you are in my spirit makes my world dance. Where would I be without you? I can't imagine. So glad I took a chance. Midnight live, oh so sweet. You got my head bopping to a crazy beat. I'm sipping my mojito, trying to let it go. But you know, my heart is just no. My whole universe changed the day I met you. You opened up my soul, you freed my heart, yeah. You gave me courage to make a brand new start. It was no accident me meeting you. Now what should I do? Mid and line, yeah. Oh so sweet. You got my head popping to a crazy beat. I'm sipping my mojito, trying to let it go. But you know, my heart says no. Can't let it go. Can't let you go. Can't let it go. My heart it says no. Yeah. Can't let it go. Can't let you go. Can't let it go. My heart it says no. Yeah. All I want is your love, baby. All I want is your love. What have you done to me, sugar? You know you set me free. bumping to a crazy beat. I'm sipping my mojito, trying to let it go. But you know, my heart is just no. 'cause you're free from doubt, worry and fear. Your mind's burdened down, time to get away. All eyes open wide, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. Yeah. It's a new day.
Raymond. I was born in Haiti, raised in Brooklyn, New York. For this project, I played the acoustic guitar.
This is Jean Caz. I was born in IET, raised in Queens, New York. And on this project, I play the trumpet and the flugelhorn.
This is Bobby Raymond. I was born in Haiti and raised in Brooklyn, New York. On this project, I played the electric, acoustic, and fretless bass.
My name is Michael Hudson. I was born in Washington, D.C. and raised in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And on this project, I played main keys and electric piano.
This is Terry Thompson, born in the U.S., raised in Newport News, Virginia, and for this project, I am the writer, arranger, producer, and artist.
gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Live spot right here, streaming live on YouTube from GHP Radio. And we're very excited today because we have an awesome guest today. As you can see already on the screen, he is here. Mr. Terence Thompson's in the house. Welcome.
Hey, hello. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh
Appreciate it.
man, yes sir. We're excited about having you, man. Great. We just got to coming off a couple of your amazing music. We just got through hearing "It's Not Over." Right before that, we heard. Let's see, what was the other one? Oh, You Said It. Yes, and also I started those right before those two. I started with that beginning intro, that sound check, which was really cool. That kind of
Thank you.
Yeah, that kind of features some of the band members. Man, that was really cool. I really liked that. That perspective that you started out on the album there. So, man, it's very nice. And from what I understand, let's see, the name of the album is let's see, was it something about
If I Only Had a Band.
yeah, If I Only Had a Band, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool. So, again, thank you for being here and welcome to the show. And tell us a little bit about the project as a whole. I mean, because like you said, that title is very, very interesting. I like that. So, yeah, give us some word on it.
Yeah. Thank you once again. Thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Been looking forward to this all week, and so hopefully we'll get a chance to just have some fun, and you'll get a chance to know a little bit more about me, as a person. But the title, If I Only Had a Band, is really kind of indicative, or represents the fact that I'm not a full-time musician. I'm not a gigging musician. I really consider myself more of a songwriter, producer, more so. I've had the pleasure of going out on the road and touring in years past and doing a lot of that, but I would prefer to work in the studio, write music, write songs, produce other artists, collaborate. So the concept for that album was that I actually wrote all the music out on a keyboard, everything, just arranged it, laid it all out. And then I kind of got the idea to say, what would this sound like if I had a band behind it? So that's how it kind of materialized or came to fruition, from that standpoint. And one of the gentlemen on the CD, brother by the name of Fritz Raymond, actually introduced me to everyone on that project that's playing on that project. All of the musicians, it was one person. He introduced me to his brother, Bobby Ramone, Michael Hudson, Anthony Silva. And I was fortunate enough that while we were actually working on, I think the first song, we got a call from Jean Kaz, who plays the trumpet and flugelhorn on the project. Out of the blue, he was like, "Hey, I heard y'all are working on this project.
Wow.
Can I get on it, or what's going on?" And we were like, "Of course, brother." So that's how it came to be. So, and the crazy thing is that we've never all been in the studio at the same time. So
Wow.
I've never seen Jean Kaz in person, and I've never seen Bobby Ramone in person. Only Fritz, Anthony, and Michael. We've all worked in the studio together.
Nice, man. That's amazing. It really is, and I love. Like I said, I'm glad you mentioned the flugelhorn player too, because that he's smooth with it too.
Yeah. He actually tours with Michael Bublé, for his normal gig. But when things, of course, with COVID, things kind of slowed down. So I was fortunate enough to get him, at the right time. And Bobby Ramone, he's played with a lot of big names. I think he even toured with Michael Jackson at some point. So, just a solid group of musicians and just good guys, just good people. And I think that actually comes through in the music,
It does. It really does. Yes. I didn't want to cut anybody else. Anybody want to break in right there?
Well, yeah, real quick before I lose some of the stuff on the chat room. Terrence, a lot of people are saying hello to you.
Hello.
Costello's
Hello.
in the house. And here, let me just read you who all's in the house. Colleen, Keith Lee, Cynthia Adams, Katie Smith, Marilyn Ford, Algie Williams, Gia Hyatt, our Lord B, as we call him, Lord B, Keith Gilchrist. So, like I said, Henry Mixon, Yvonne J, or we call her YJ. And then there's also a new person that I haven't seen this name before, Ruby Armour.
Oh yeah, Ruby. Hey, hello. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Ruby. Thank you.
Yeah,
So welcome, Ruby.
Yeah,
Thanks
welcome.
for joining us. Everyone, thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep inviting friends over so that we can get more people to watch the show right now.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Says, I got a question, DL.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mack. Yes,
You
sir.
better seen a lot of things, you know, okay? Clarify that.
We're just talking behind the scenes here, and about
Don't
this
air our dirty
cowboy hat.
laundry. Don't air our dirty laundry. Mr. Mack.
I'm so glad you have to tell him that. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about music while he takes a drink, baby. I'll interrupt.
He said that he looked like D.L. Hughley. That's what the DL was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded him of D.L. Hughley.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because if you say on DL, it could be something else.
He's all choked up now.
Yeah.
Guys don't like ugly, huh?
And the reason why it's dark, he's in Africa in the basement.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead, Ray. Get your question in.
Hell, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think you were going toward the hat.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was about that. You know, how did you? I thought you might have been from Texas, the way you was wearing that hat.
Yeah. That's,
You know.
We talked about that, and that was the first thing my wife said today was that, hey, you look like a cowboy. But it's just individuality. You know, I like to be unique in my own, myself, and I'm very comfortable in my skin. So, I saw the hat and I liked it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot.
I think
Why
it's
not?
fly.
Absolutely.
It's fly, man.
Absolutely.
I think
Thank you,
it's.
brother. I appreciate it.
I agree with you. You see,
But
the thing
just-
I saw your hat, I didn't think cowboy.
Right. I just thought cool hat.
I live in Texas, and I know what a cowboy
Cowboy
is.
looks like, and that's not it.
I did, and for Mac, I actually took the feather out the side because I don't want to put you on blast.
You got the feather?
I took the feather out, brother. 'Cause, we recognize each other. It's like,
That's the thing. That's the thing. That is the thing. You bought the hat. You like cowboy. I bet you got on blue jeans. I bet you got some boots. Go right along with it, right?
2 thumbs up, brother. 2 thumbs
Hell,
up.
you want to be a cowboy.
Oh, yeah, the feather would have been the thing. I think you would have gotten feedback from all of us.
Oh yeah. I had to lose the feather.
Well, man.
When I see a feather, it's like on a fedora for some
Yes.
reason. Not so much a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Nah, I really do like that. I like that hat. I like it. I
Thank you,
really
brother.
do.
I appreciate
Shoot.
that.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is cock it ace deuce to the side, and you be ready for it.
That's off camera.
I do. That's right.
That's my stage presence.
Right. Trying to build my brand, Good family fun,
Stage
you know.
swag. Your
Right.
stage swag.
Right.
That's good family fun here, folks.
Yes,
Now
sir.
that's camel hair, isn't it?
I think it is. I think so.
What is the Stetson or what?
I'm not gonna drop any names,
There you go.
I'll talk to you offline because you know why they're not giving us any money for that.
Hey, that's fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll
you.
definitely.
Maybe we'll go back to music now.
Yes, absolutely. So Terrence, man,
My bad.
let's go back. Let's go back a little bit, Terrence, as far as your background, because I'm interested in knowing how you come to be such a great producer right now, because man, everything that I've heard, it's just so professionally done, and it just sounds so beautifully, and so I know you got all these different skills. So yeah, I'm just kind of interested in knowing, at your beginning stages, getting into learning the craft, man. So yeah, take us back.
Well, yeah. First, let me just say, it's it's kind of like an out of body experience when you hear people like talk about your music and the fact that it would resonate with them. You would just hope that if one person say, hey, they like a song of yours, that's all you could ever want. And what we do. And I'm really just humbled by that. But yet for me, music has always been a part of my life. Years ago, growing up, music was always in the house playing. And when I was in middle school, I started DJing. I was the middle school kid DJing at the house parties and having fun and doing my little local rap groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was my first introduction really into it. But I also have a relative that was signed to a major label, and he afforded me the opportunity to work with him and to go on tour with him. And then that actually drew me closer to production and starting to produce records. So I started producing records when I was in actually high school. Like my first record that I produced, I was in high school, and and it was just all rap stuff, but at some point, I wanted to graduate from just doing rap tracks to maybe R&B, and so I started learning the keyboard. So that was my next step in the process. So of course, having a rap background, and then you add the keyboard into play at that time, and during that particular stage of that era, the hottest producer at that time was Teddy Riley. So,
yes.
So my sound, was something that I would say was comparable to what he was doing, and that's how I, eventually met Teddy Riley and had the opportunity to kind of deal with him on and off on a few different situations. But
cool.
So then I had a period that I kind of stopped and just kind of focused on the music part. Of, okay, let me learn how to understand music. Now I'm self-taught. Now I've only taken one. When I was in college, I took one theory class when I was in school, but that was it. But for me, it's always been about my ear. I think that I have a pretty good ear, and I can hear it and I can put it together fairly well based on what I've retained over all the years, all the music that's been poured inside of me.
Yeah. Yes. Man, that is so awesome, man. I could relate to all of that you said. It's just so amazing that your story because like you myself, I mean, coming up, I do a little bit of music and stuff too, but that's how my background started too, because I used to actually do some just doing some rap beats and stuff for some local artists and things, and then from there, after that point, like I said, I took an interest in trying to learn more about the music and get into more genres and stuff. So that's awesome. I can definitely relate to that. Well, that's awesome, man. So now through the years, I guess you're coming up from all of that and everything. Let us know, I guess, what put you actually on the map, basically, with your projects as far as your solo stuff. And I know you worked with some other stuff, and I saw some amazing videos too, your production of that too. But we're gonna actually premiere some of that today. I want to let our viewers check some of that out too. But yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah. So for me, I've had. I did have some placements on a couple of major artists. My production company itself, years ago, we placed a song on Michael Jackson's album, the Invincible CD. It's a song called Heaven Can Wait.
Oh yeah.
I was the executive producer and the person basically who selected the song from my group of producers, and the producer who actually did that track is a guy by the name of Nate Smith, who is a phenomenal drummer, producer. Nate is a super talent, and actually learned a lot from Nate while we had our production company. His musicianship was like so on par that it allowed me to grow. So I grew during that time. Worked with another gentleman who was on American Idol, Elliot Yamin, and I actually helped mentor him and develop him while he was on the show. But this project, was I would say this is like my my homecoming project. This is it. This is my real introduction to me. Every song on that project it's indicative of who I am as a musician, as a person. That's why it doesn't sound like just one thing, because I don't think any person is just one thing. I think we have all these different colors and emotions. Absolutely, yeah. And that's how I feel. So that's what the project is really about. And and then since the project has come out, I've had the awesome opportunity to collaborate with other great musicians, and Joyce being one, and some others that I'm really excited about those songs too.
Very nice. Very
Cool.
nice.
Can a real quick question? Because I have 2 of the CDs from Elliot. What was it like working with him? I mean, what kind of person is he?
This is where we get into, so just so you know, I'm actually doing doing a part of a short film today also. So I do have cameras rolling, but the industry itself is where things go sideways, and it's unfortunate that people are easily misled by the industry,
Right.
and it is what it is, but I will say that I actually met Elliot in the recording studio in Richmond, Virginia. I was actually producing a song, and I heard some kid in the lobby just ad-libbing all over the song, and he was actually sounding better than the person that was singing the song. I was like, well, who is this?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He is and here's the thing I'm going to say. The songs that he actually put out, they're not really representative of who he is as a vocalist. God rest his mom's soul, Claudette, she grew him up on soul music, Donny Hathaway, all of that heavy music.
Right.
But it was a pleasure to work with him and to see him grow. When he was on the show, I had the chance, to go out there to LA, and I was there to support him. And I did everything that a big brother would do in a situation like that. And of course, it's the classic story. And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but I financed him while he was on the show. I picked his wardrobe, I did all of that. Out of my, but apparently, people got in his ear, and as soon as, he had opportunity, it was like, stop returning phone calls and everything else.
Wow.
And here's the great thing for me is that, I've never been in a situation that I was a starving musician. I went to college, I went to grad school. If I never make another record in my life and I shut off my social media and you never hear from me again, I will be a happy person, because I'm happy here.
You're right.
I don't need the music for me to be happy. But, unfortunately, some people do. And he was one of those people that, just allowed the fame and everything to just cause him to lose himself,
That's sad.
That is, isn't it?
He's talented. He's very talented.
Super talented. It's super talented. And I do have some songs that I did with him. And I still have the masters. As a matter of fact, I'll send you those songs so you can hear them.
Please,
I will definitely send them to you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's amazing about the music industry. It's such a beautiful place to work, but you can certainly lose your soul.
Yeah.
You can lose your soul. You have to, and I love the way when you reached out to me, and I appreciate you reaching out. And I love your patience, because I'm like, well, who is this? But let me see who he is. And I'm glad you understood that, because I said, oh, he's Costella's cousin.
Right.
Because, I know who Costella is. I said, oh, okay, and he's active. And you were very understanding when I explained it. I just wanted to make sure you were somebody serious, for lack of a better word. And it turned out you were quite serious. And I'm so glad that you reached out to me, and I'm glad you were patient about me making sure. Now you can call me anytime, because I know. But
now you're in her circle.
I appreciate that.
They know how I am. It's because I'm a bit jaded, because I've been burned. And when you say about this industry, I have helped people. Oh, Joyce, help me do this. Oh, now, Joyce, I'm okay now. I need to get something that's more important. Who has? Oh, they need to. You're not on the Billboard. You don't have any Grammys. And with all due respect, I went to one of the shows with a guy who who was the lead singer for this big band. He was singing in Fort Worth, and there were 2 or 3 people in the audience.
and 2 of them was probably relatives.
So even though when I played there, I packed the place because I promoted, I reached out. It didn't matter because I hadn't, let's say I wasn't the lead singer for a big band. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't sing, I wasn't singing with Michael Jackson. It's something about that appeals to people booking, and then they're surprised when no one shows up.
Yeah, that is the sad part about the industry, and to me, it's really just, and I would say more so. I don't want to go down the wrong path when I say this. I want to try to be politically as correct, but it just seems like it's more so an urban music or any genre that that is our music. Because when you look at any of the genre, I mean, their artists can exist forever, coexist, work together, and all of that. This is a sad thing about it. We no longer break artists. Like you don't find artists. You don't have any other artists putting other artists on. So now it's just like either I'll deal with you when you get here, but if you're not at my level, I'm not going to deal with you. But let me say this to you. Well, maybe as a producer, I'm probably better than the producer that you're working with.
Yeah.
But because maybe I don't have the name, you may not want to take a chance on me. But that's what it comes down to. And to me, I was talking to a good brother the other day, Big New York.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
we was chopping it up. We was chopping it up real good. And, I was like, look, man, we don't need charts or any of that stuff to validate us. We validate one another as musicians.
That's right.
Like that. Listen, that's why I reached out to you, because I know your talent, and I would have waited. Hey, you would have said, hey, I'll get to you next year. I'd have been, okay, this song will be waiting for you. And it would have waited because I knew what you would contribute to it. So, that's what it's all about for me,
That's awesome.
And I do love collaborating. It's just that once you've been burned or what have you, because you can spend hours working on it and decide, well, I don't want you anymore.
Right.
All right.
It does happen, but I try to pride myself on being a solid person,
And I get that I have to do it over again, because even the producer I had on Cherish, I don't know if anybody knows that, but what you hear, I did it on alto, and he changed the key.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And when he changed the key, I think he just forgot that it's an E flat horn and the piano's a C horn. And they had already done all the recording. I said, I'll just start over. It's easier, and I'll do it on soprano. And that's how it ended up on soprano sax.
Wow.
Sometimes and I'm okay with that. I'm already going, Joyce, this is not quite right. Okay, let me do it again. And the reason I'm okay with it is I built a studio right here. I'm in my studio right now. So I could be able to take as much time as I need to or want to.
That's what we have to have that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I can collab now better, as opposed to paying for studio time and travel, whatever. This works a lot better. I got my mic set up, and I go into the closet. I have it.
And it sounded great too. It sounded great with you. Yeah.
I was excited about that. So but I have some questions for you. You're talking about being a producer. You have all kinds of names out there, and a lot of people here that are listening, they are independent artists. What is the difference between a producer, executive producer? What should you expect from a producer?
That's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that question before. Okay. Yeah. So to me, there's this saying that we used to have. We used to call producers baby producers. It's like he's a baby producer right now. To me, this is the way I kind of would probably describe it. Basically, the producer is, let's say it's a franchise, a football team, or any type of sports team. The producer is the head coach. He's going to come in. He's going to assess the team. He's going to establish the plays. He's going to evaluate personnel and know who he needs on his team to get him to wherever he's trying to get to. If it's the championship, he's going to do that. He's going to pull it all together. Now, the owner of the team is going to be the executive producer. That's the person that's going to bankroll it and keep close tabs on the producer to make sure, he's going to deliver on the goods. And then you have the artist or the talent, which, you're managing or producing. But it's a real, for me, it's an amazing journey whenever I meet an artist and we start working together. For example, the song Back in Love, which I just released featuring Ty Silver. That was my first time ever recording with her. I mean, she came in and just, did it and was done,
Wow.
and then sometimes you get songs where you work with someone and it's not there, initially, but it can get there,
Okay. Yeah.
Incidentally, or should I say, a song that Carmen Bruner and I are working on. Actually, we just finished it up. A song called "Too Soon." Her initial vocal tracking of it was amazing. It was amazing, but the song is. I just think the song and her voice deserve the highest quality that it could get. That we went to another studio. We was like, you know what? Let's just go to the best studio we can find. To do it. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
But that's making those decisions like that, and for me, I don't settle in any song. If there's anything in the song that I don't like, it's not going to make it. Or if there's a song that I don't like, I'm not going to use it.
And what I love about today's technology, my tendency, if I don't have specific instructions and we're collaborating, I just upload it. And I said, take out whatever you don't want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. And that's what I love about what you did. You gave me all of these sweet little things, and it was just some subtle stuff and some stuff that was straightforward, and it worked. But that's what I try to tell even as a singer. When you come in, don't be afraid to crack or to mess up. To me, that's when you're taking chances. I don't like it when people play it safe.
Right.
Right. Can't play it safe,
Yeah.
Right. But that's what I love about this technology. I always tell the story. I was watching, in the music engineering business, David and Gary are my big brothers, if you will. And I'm like, well, maybe I can do this. So I started buying things, and over the years, I just learned a little bit more and a little bit more. And I will search and search until I'm at a standstill. I'll either text David or Gary, what?
We all have those people in our lives. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yes, we
it's
do.
way over my head, but I will spend sometimes, a couple of hours trying to figure something out. But once I figure it out, it's mine. I own it. And so now I'm going to the next level. So what else can I learn? Because I have software that I probably only know 50% of what it's capable of doing. And because still mixing and mastering, especially mastering, I'm like, I think I'm just gonna pay somebody to master.
That's a discipline I definitely don't get into. It's just some things that you don't want to cut corners on, and the mastering process is one that I definitely don't touch. But I do love to mix my own songs, and occasionally I'll use another engineer.
Yeah.
But we know, like Gary and David, they can do it all. But when you get down to the mastering, I think for me, my brain gets too crowded. I need another ear. It gets too crowded, and I stop hearing it. I have to just put it down for a couple of weeks and come back.
Absolutely. On fresh ears. Yep.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I'm very, very excited about hearing, I've already heard it, but I want our viewers and listeners to check it out. But the collaboration or collab between you guys and who else was on it? Was it just
So there's two versions of Safe Travels. One was just Joyce was kind of featured on. Then the other one is Joyce and Anita Bissong. It was my other sister, and the two of them together. I mean, to me, this is like my favorite record. It really is. And so a little just kind of what Joyce was alluding to about the technology. Joyce played the flute on a different track. The timing of the track was different. So and once I heard it, I love what she did, but I kind of said, you know what, I want to go in a different direction with the track. And I was able to take everything that she did and just, tuck it in there just perfectly. So so you hear those little funky runs and stuff she's doing. It's all it's I think it's special. I really do.
It's beautifully done.
name again? What's her name again? The vocalist?
Anita Bissong.
Oh, that's beautiful, Anita. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
She's so Joyce. Just so you know, she had the first stab at the flute on it. She plays the flute also.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, but she got busy. So I said, let me reach out to Joyce. so listen, and I'm full transparency. So Anita hit me up. She was like, man, bro, like I wanted that flute on that track. I'm like, listen, I wanted you to have it, but I got Joyce now. But look, I love your vocals too. So yeah. So maybe we do another version of both of y'all on the flute on it. I think that'd be something unique. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's listen to it, and then of course I'll probably throw in another one or two before we come back, and then you can catch us up on what we heard. So let's do that. Is Ray sleeping? Is he out?
She's gone.
Yeah, you might want to take that camera offline.
Oh goodness. Poor dude, he's tired. He's over there in Africa.
Jet lag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right.
Bag to put over his head, Gary. You know that's.
All right. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back. We're gonna go ahead and put this track on, and then we'll come back and talk some more with our guest, Mr. Terence Thompson. So keep it locked right here on the Indie Live Spot.
My head bobbing, sipping, my hands sipping, loving.
back, and oh man, that was some beautiful music. We actually came out of Safe Travels and went into Back in Love, featuring Ty Silver. That was really nice too. And we do have Ray back, and he's awake now. So
Yeah, he woke
Welcome
up.
back, Ray.
yeah.
He went
Well, hey man, look here.
He woke up with a smile.
Hey, you guys, I had to call him on his cell phone. I was so hoping it reached Africa. And I thought he didn't hear it, but it was a delay. And when the phone rang, he bounced just like Gris just did. You know, like was he sleeping? Like.
No, he went profile. He looked like a little mountain.
Well, Ray,
But like I said, it was just just a long trip all the way around. I'm serious. It was just long. And after I get into Africa, then I had a 13-hour and 30 minutes layover before I even began to get to my destination.
my gosh.
Then once I got to my destination, I had to get my visa. I had to take another COVID test.
All right, watch
Then I
your
went to.
birds.
Hey, he's determined. Like just
Oh no.
from sleeping to profanity. Like
Well, that's just him anyway. Period.
y'all should have gave me a disclaimer. I know now, though.
I always have to apologize to our listeners when he drops the S.
Oh man.
When we were off the air, Terrence was like, but that's because we wanted to call. Well, let's make sure he's all right. He didn't have a heart attack or something. What did you say, Terrence? Not on my watch.
Yeah, not on my show. He's gonna kill my rating.
Bad mojo.
Oh.
It's all good.
Yeah, Ray. Well, I tell you. So
But
let's.
you had great feedback, and I don't know if Chris. I'm sorry, Gary.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say let's get back to our guest here. So go ahead.
Yeah. If Chris wants to read the feedback about your tracks.
Well, no, it's that they were, there was really nice comments like that it's beautiful and that they loved what they were listening to. So you just got really good feedback on the tracks that they heard.
Right.
Really
So what does it
appreciate that.
feel like to get such feedback on something that you created?
It's it's surreal. I mean, it really is. It's just you do it and you hope someone can appreciate it. Because as musicians and as creators of music, it's easy to kind of fall into what you do, think that hey, this is it. This has to be it, and people are gonna feel it. And to me, I pray that I never ever get in that space, that I just think that whatever I do is, great. And even, I don't even think what I do now is great, but I just know I give it my everything, So it's really humbling when people say that it resonates with them.
Do you think that, this is going to be a deep question, do you think when people write music, that the spirit of that person is reflected in the music?
Absolutely. Especially for me, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I think. I mean, it's really, if you have any type of, to me, understanding of any type of faith or whatever your thing is, yeah, you're sending it out. You're sharing that. I mean, and we could look at, the music that people listen to, it's a well-known fact that they say, that most people that listen to jazz are on average more intelligent than, the average person, and that's a study, and something to that effect. But I think that, the type of music that we listen to says a lot about us, but also the type of music that we create says just as much about us, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, you know, I know that, you know, and I'm not, you know, saying that anything negative about this, what I'm about to say, but for me as a producer and as a musician, as an artist, I will never remake anyone's song. That's just me, you know, for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm so focused on finding who I am as a musician that I just want to keep exploring that, you know, and I think that sometimes a lot of musicians, they get confined to that, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
I feel you.
then to your point, just you're taking on somebody else's spirit and what they did.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, so yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard some artists cover a song and they brought an element to it that
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We were talking about that.
to
Every woman, I'm every woman. And the Dolly Parton song too.
Dolly Parton
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, when Whitney got a hold of it, it
Yes.
was, and even Dolly said it herself.
Right.
She got
Yeah.
so her, you know, Whitney said, "I put my spirit on this one."
But you know what? But when we think about like the greats, perfect example, Luther Vandross. I mean, a lot of his hits were remakes.
Remakes,
You know,
yeah.
you look at
It's true.
Layla Hathaway,
Mhm.
Donny Hathaway. I
Mhm.
mean, you know, people can. I mean, you know, but that's a whole different. That's legendary.
Level,
But,
yeah.
but I've heard some artists cover songs, and I'm just like,
You're like,
mm.
No.
like you had no business doing that.
Right.
right, like
Let me put. I might do a
Yeah.
Shaka Khan song for a cover show.
right.
But I know better than to try to release that.
I mean,
you have to know where you're. You know, I'm not trying to down myself, but I know that's not my strength. I will sing Jamaica funk as something fun, but my sax is my strong point. But when it's time to seriously release a song, I would never do it because her spirit is so far away from where I am. It would be just hard work for me to try to do that, as opposed to doing my own. It's just some things just don't work out. It's
that says a lot.
It's nothing for you to feel bad about, but I can never be Shaka Khan. Now there's some vocalists out there that can mimic, that can do like Trina, but I know I can't. But I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Because you're not like you not being able to do that. I mean, yeah, you'll sing, you'll perform it, you know, because requests or something, or if it just it has that kind of vibe for the show that you're doing. Okay, fine, but that doesn't define you, and you know that.
It's not me.
And the other thing is this, you know, who would really? I mean, I guess it's nothing wrong, but who would really want to build? I mean, to me, who would really want to build their career off of other people's careers?
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, I don't want to be known for, you know, covering. I mean, that's just me. You know, I mean, you know, because honestly, you know, if you are an artist, right, and this is my just 2 cents for whatever it's worth, and you do a cover, right, and the cover blows up, well, the record was already a hit.
Yes.
That's why you covered it more than likely.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't blow up,
right.
I mean, you know, I mean,
it's in your face.
Well, some people, it's a marketing strategy to
right.
is to cover it, so when they Google it, hopefully it will come up too.
Right.
If you know what I mean. So there are different reasons why people cover, but I agree with you. It shouldn't be all that just covered. Now I cover a lot of songs as a live show. As
That's different.
That's different. That is different.
That's different. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, performing. Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan, those I'm like, nah, I'll play it on saxophone.
Right.
I know where my strengths are.
Right. Okay. Well, another question I had for Terrence. Terrence, now in a little bit, I'm gonna feature a little montage of some of your videos, stuff, productions. But I was kind of curious about that too. Are you doing some of the production in the video portion of it too?
Yeah, I'm actually shooting and directing all the videos.
Oh my goodness, man! You just doing it all. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So just trying to have a one-stop shop, and you know, I want to try to shoot videos for, you know, just as much stuff as I create, you know, and you know, I just picked up the camera probably maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, you know, but I think the thing that helps me is the fact that you know, when you've been producing and doing a lot of editing, with sounds and all of that, you kind of understand it.
Right.
The biggest part or the biggest challenge I have, or I'm still having, or probably always have, is getting the lighting right, but as far as the vision and seeing it, it's like a song for me. I can see it. I just did a remix to one of my songs, the No Inhibitions remix, and I woke up that day and told my wife I'm shooting this video today, and she was like, "Can you do it tomorrow?" I'm like, "No, you know how I am. I have to do it today. I have to do it today."
Right.
But I love shooting videos, and that's something that I'm hoping to do with the artists that I've collaborated with. Just doing it on the strength of love for them. And it helps me to get better at that craft also.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see it now.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Well, I think this would be a good time to do segue into it. So let me get it set up, and then we'll go into it and let everybody check that out, and then we'll come back. Okay?
Awesome.
Sounds good. Let's see here. And I guess Ray already signed out. He's on his way so he can sleep his way to I guess whatever. Yeah, to the end. Exactly.
Or he didn't say see you later, bye.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, nothing. No salutation, nothing. But I mean, what's worse than falling asleep though? Yeah,
We tried to tell him when we went off the air. You can go.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll return, everybody. So keep it locked right here.
Tomorrow's no promise. Tomorrow may never come. Drifting through my mind is pain and loss. As I look into your eyes, they say you're lost. I needed you to be something more, but now all I see is you're bored. But maybe we're crazy to not fight for this. And baby, it's crazy that we've come to this. Time has passed us by, leftover feelings to deny, just a waste of our energy, wondering why. We must accept the fact what once was so precious is never coming back. It's just a matter of fact. Your kiss fills me with so much shame. It's just so wrong to hide this pain. Now that
Yes.
I like
Okay.
a lot.
And I'm
That
bringing
is
this
part of
back
my
on,
background.
y'all.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
All right. Beautiful.
All right, we're back, and
yay!
wow, those were great, great videos.
Yeah. Love
Yes.
this part.
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Great music and great video.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Thank
so
you for
much.
having one that has a lot of flavor to it for me.
Yeah. So that one is at the end of Bien Vida Casa, which that tail end of the song, the change is actually the song doesn't sound like that in the beginning when you play the album. It's more straightforward. It sounds kind of more like to me, Spiral Gyra. You know, the first half of the song sounds like that.
Right.
Then it gets to the end and it changes over to that. And that was the idea of Bobby Raymond. We were kind of working on the song, and I mean, all of these guys are just super incredible. So, you know, Bobby was doing something, one of his things, and then he sent me this and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And, you know, Michael Hudson and I were in the studio, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, that's real. It's different, you know." So it became that. And but yeah, I love it too. And then my wife's Cuban, so I just wanted to kind of take on more of that. Oh yeah, yeah. So you'll hear more of that in my music. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and
Well, let's give her a shout out.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
your wife.
Yasmin, hello. That's the boss. That's the boss.
That's
I
the
mean,
boss.
that's the boss. I mean, it's totally support.
is her
Supports
last
it.
name Gonzalez?
Yeah, it is Gonzalez, but it's Thompson now. Took her like
Well,
3
yeah,
years
I
to change her name. Like, girl, took you 3 years to change your name.
I wasn't for that.
Right. You know.
Well, Jasmine, thanks for tuning in and
Yeah.
for chatting with our peeps in the chat room. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and who are the dancers in that video?
So yeah, so the dancers are they're from a local dance studio in DC. When I was like, I want to do this video, I want some bachata, some salsa, whatever, and I called up the studio and they were like, okay, we think we have the right couple for you, and they sent me the demo video, and I was like, yes, we gotta do it. Yeah.
Awesome, because they were good.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were very good. I mean, they at one point. So initially, when I was first writing kind of the storyboard for the video, it was actually going to be Yasmin and I taking salsa lessons. Like, it was going to have like that whole dirty dancing thing, but
it wouldn't.
I just don't have to. Once you start lifting weights and stuff, you lose that. You lose that swivel. Yeah. So I'm like a robot, like. So
like,
we opted. Yeah.
We're like the Mr. Roboto.
But I want to take lessons because if and when I do get the opportunity to tour, that's going to be something I would love to be able to do during the concert, during the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
you'll get that. Start wiggling those hips again.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like the Tin Man going to see the Wizard. I need some oil.
And that way you can actually say it, because when I heard the title, I heard it like this: "If I only had a band."
I know. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just my warped out brain. That's exactly what I heard when you said that. And I'm like, if I only had a band.
I never thought of that, but now that you said it, yeah, that's just a tag. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well, Grizz, I was thinking the same thing when I first saw it too. So
Be the 2 G's and sing.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Very good. Very good.
Well, since we have a break here, there's a question that I always ask artists on the show, and I'm going to ask you. You're an independent artist, producer. What is the thing you love most about being an independent artist, and what is the thing you don't like or you hate or whatever about being an independent artist?
The one thing I love about being an independent artist is the fact that we dictate and determine our music, our timetable, our schedule, when we release, what we release, the content, we that's totally within our control.
Yes.
What I don't like as an independent artist is all of the scams and the hustles and the BS that we have to go through. You know, now we all know that, and I'm just, you know, I'm gonna speak it like it is because, you know, and that's why I say to people like, you know, if you're charting, great, but the charts really don't mean much, you know. I mean, and when you look at the grand scheme of things, these charts and stuff are just like all these other systems that have been put in place. It's just a way to screen people out. That's all it is. It's just a mechanism to screen us out. And for me, you know, I don't like the fact that, you know, people want you to grease their palms, you know, to play your music or whatever, do favors for you. And you know, what happened to me back in the day, you know, radio was there to break artists and to break new music. And, you know, you look at it now, and this is especially if you listen to urban radio, you have your top 3 or 4 artists dominating the entire day. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. But I come from an era where I grew up where there was nothing to hear Grover Washington Jr. on the radio, Herbie Hancock, followed by, you know, a Prince or Michael Jackson or David Bowie. You know, you heard all of this great music.
Yes.
Now you know, we don't have much of anything, you know, to really pull from. But that's what I you know, don't like the most about it. But for me though, I can say this is that, you know, I'm blessed in so many different ways because I'm happy with my life. You know, that you know, I don't feel as though, well, just let me just say this. I don't feel as though the music industry owe me anything. You know, so when I close my eyes for the final time, I won't be thinking like, oh man, if Sony Records would just call me back, you know, things have been different, you know, but I don't think like that. I've had, you know, I mean, a lot of us can say, you know, we put out quality music and it stands up against a lot of stuff that's out that people that have big budgets and they have the big machine behind them. And you know, so just because, you know, somebody's record may get a lot of airplay, they may have a lot of streams and a lot of likes and a lot of this, you know, for me and my particular project, If Only Had a Band project, is something that I'm really proud of because I'm a consumer of music first. You know, I love music, period. And for me, it's been a long time that I could put anybody's CD in and hit start and let it play all the way to the end.
Yes.
I haven't had that since. It's been a long time. You know, it's been a long time, and that was my goal.
I hear you because back in the day, a few decades ago, when it was still vinyl, when we were still, you know, everything was still put on vinyl. When they would have like that one hit, that if I liked the guy, the band or the artist enough, I said, I'm gonna get the whole album. And 9 times out of 10, I could just sit there and play the whole album, and every track was awesome. Now, it's not that way. You might have 1 or 2, and that's it. Everything else sucks.
Well, one thing that I think that independent artists really need to do, and it's something that major artists or artists that are signed to major labels or distribution, they figured it out years ago. And independent artists need to stop fighting amongst one another. You know, people need to collaborate because here's the thing. Why do you think all of these big name rappers and everyone collaborate? Because they merge their fan base. And you know, but to us, it's like, people are like, whoa, I don't want to mix your peas with my mashed potatoes. And it's like, bro, they all going to the same place. At the end of the day, you know.
Very well said.
That's what
okay.
I love what you just said.
Right.
Yes.
But not keto though. Not keto shepherd's pie is horrible.
Oh no.
That's my wife right there.
And you know, I've always said about music, somebody who said, oh, this part of music is a scam, this part is a scam. I said, when you think in the grand scheme of things, it's probably all a scam because we create this intellectual property. Intellectual property means it's yours, but we give it to somebody else and they make billions.
Right.
And they split a penny every time they play.
Right. But think about it. We're paying into a system, you know, a system that actually is supposed to pay us back.
Yes.
We're sustaining the system. The system's not sustaining us.
Right.
You know. So for me as a creator, I just want the music out there. And if somebody says that they like it, to me, that's the biggest the biggest paycheck for me at this point now. It really is. Because we won't get rich off of it. That's not gonna happen. You know.
I mean, the thing, and that's what I was trying to tell the guy. I said the whole thing needs to be. But unless independent artists have like major Fortune 500 companies, the money to pay a lobby 6 figures to go and grease the palms of elected officials, you know, like Spotify, multi-billion, Pandora, they have the money to influence where it's independent stones. So when you say we should come together, I think we should.
But I do have an idea of something that I was thinking about a long time ago that we do need to. I think independent artists need to build a community, you know, a sustainable community. We need to figure out the business model on how we can support one another, you know, whatever way it is. Because if you think about it, we're sustaining these companies, these corporations. Yeah. And we could be doing the same. I mean, think about it. If for example, if we had a community, you and I were a part of this community where there was 1,000 of us in this group, right? And let's just say we all put in, we got a subscription or annual fee of $200. Right. That pot of money at some point can be used to promote certain artists at any given point in time at a timetable, and it has to be something that can be part of a longer plan, you know what I mean, where every artist in the group gets that opportunity to get that push. But what kills most artists is that they don't have the resources to really push their music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's it at the end of the day. Yeah.
I can preach to that. But you know what you're doing, the collaboration, I really believe it works if you're working with people who are serious, of
Absolutely.
course. And because I already see the fruit of collaborating on Safe Travel. Because I get my report on Apple Play and it tells how many times. And I saw it. I said, okay, they recognize. So when you put my name on it, that's why I said, I tell them, this is one thing I said, just put my name on it.
Yeah. You're going to get your name and your publishing off of that. You get all of that. So
I understand the power of your name being on a track, not just financially, but exposure as well, because already, even YouTube has found, I saw that. So I checked those analytics or insights, and I see the impact that Safe Travel has, which means as a producer, you've done your job.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna push it, you know, really hard. I mean, I love the fact I went on and went to go pull it up, and I see your picture, everything pop up. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And that's what I mean with, and I'm so glad you understood what I meant when I said.
I do.
You show my name's on it, because even if it wins a Grammy, my name being on it, instead what?
But your name is on it because, you know, I reached out to you, so your name has to be on it. It has. I mean, that was the whole point of it, was to get your name on it. So it was, you know, it was both. But you know what? I'll say this though, but a lot of people don't understand like the team concept and just doing good business. At the end of the day, you know, what I would hope, you know, people will say about me, like when I'm dead and gone, people that know me and people that knew me, was that, you know what, he was a solid person. He tried to treat people fairly. You know, not perfect by any stretch, but you know, as it relates to trying to do right by people, I'm gonna always try to do that. I mean, at the end of the day,
I can expect.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to be perfect. Well, when I started the project, my flute fell apart.
That's a great story. That's a great. I'm gonna say that for the documentary. Like, hey, yeah, that was a beautiful. I love that though. I loved it.
Oh no! I had to stop. I was like, okay.
I was about to say, Joyce, just rent a flute. Go rent a flute, girl. Get it done.
Yeah.
You were very supportive in that, and I'll save it for the documentary. You were very supportive in that, so I appreciate it. Patience and being involved. And what's so amazing, this is the first time I've actually talked to you.
Yes, this is.
Communication has been email, Facebook. Yeah.
Very good.
So appreciate you so much, and thank you, Costello. Because that's
So,
I love Costello.
Yeah, Costello, she's a
So
great artist.
she's doing a great artist. Her music is great. So I
great,
really
great energy and just a good, good spirit, good energy. It's good when you see people, things are happening, they're bubbling and they're
Yeah.
getting their accolades. But she's the first one in to coach and to just raise awareness and cheer other people on. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's how, we should be like that.
Yeah, that's how
because
everybody
we're all
should
in the
be.
same, we're all in it together at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And
Gary, no. Go ahead, Gary.
no, I was just gonna say I like what you said, Terrence, about if if the independent artist community could band together, we could do something really big. You know what I mean? Because oh my goodness, just think of all the possibilities.
Yeah, because there are a lot of us. How do you think CD Bass is making millions and millions of dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Independent artists.
Every time we go in and we give them that $9 or that $29 or that whatever we give them, that's money. That's easy money for them, and I mean they don't have to do much.
Right.
I mean they don't have. I mean they don't even need a brick and mortar now. Because who's really doing CDs like talking about it? People won't even give them their CDs. They rather do their own merch and sell them off their websites. But I can remember doing records on CD Baby and going through Apple, and the returns back then were like decent.
Yeah, they
were,
wasn't they? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like, what? Like this is it?
I
Where's the rest?
How am I gonna spend half a penny?
Right.
Mac laughed at me about 4 or 5 years ago when I said I had no idea when I got my first royalty sheet, whatever you call it, and I was like, "You can split a penny? That's an insult." I'm sorry. I don't Wow. So that means I have to have a huge amount of streaming for me to make reasonable income. So that's why I tell people, I'm a performing artist. That's where I make my money is when I perform. And when I give them the show, they want to take a souvenir home. Your CD, it's become a souvenir because they can't play it in their car.
Right.
But your computers don't have it. And
that's right.
See what I mean? So really, it has become strictly merchandise as a souvenir, just like if they bought a T-shirt or something like that. And I appreciate that. I love it. And in my banner, my tall banner, I put my app, money, the Cash App and Venmo on it. Do you know when I was at House of Blues, I got home and I had some tips on them. They were awesome. I'm just, I'm an artist trying to figure out every kind of way to bring in income so I can finish my projects. So, because, COVID just took such a hit on things that, how do I, because, I've said it before and the listeners have heard this before. My track cost 99 cents, but nothing I did to arrive at that cost 99 cents. So I have to figure out creative ways so I can give you a professional product. That's the best that I can.
I post. I think Keith posted something the other day about one of the artists. I think it was Rajane or somebody. I think it was her. And this is the other thing. I was just compelled to just say that day, like, look, stop liking the stuff and just download it, buy it. Here's the thing. I mean, I'm not asking anybody. I'm not petitioning to say, hey, buy my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, But man, if you like music and you like what people are giving you, support the artist.
Yes.
Buy their music. I mean, don't stream it and if you do, but at least download it. Help the artist out because people are clueless in terms of what it takes to do a song and the amount of money that you spend.
Yeah.
Documentary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Documentary because they really don't understand how much time and energy and expense. Because even to do a copyright track, one track could be up to $80.
Yeah.
Yes.
One track. That's the copyright fee. Thank God you don't have to pay to put it on your PRO, like ASCAP or BMI.
Right. Or we'd be dead in the water.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
We really.
Yeah, we would.
And in fact, we're a couple. Well, this is before I didn't have where I lost my internet. When during that time when we had to kind of explain to Mac, because he was like, well, why don't you do this? We had to do like a 101 class with him to explain a little bit. It's like, he goes, well, you need to, because for one, he was saying about, well, you should pay, when you go to a gig, you should save that money and put it. It's like, but some people don't have that luxury to,
Right.
oh, I'm going to just put this gig money over here back to my business. It's going to pay a bill that you need to pay, or it's going to feed my family, or it's going to pay my rent or something. Because there are literally some that are struggling that way. I said, well, yeah, but they have a 9 to 5. I said, yeah, but what if they just work at a fast food place? They don't get that much money per hour, and they don't always give them 40 hours. It might be 30 or less, to be counted almost like full time, but not quite.
Right.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to pay. They don't have to give them insurance and blah blah blah. And there's a few that do have more of a white collar pay, that level. But everybody else is mostly blue collar.
Yeah.
Less. So they're just barely surviving. And it still, in his mind, it just didn't click that happens. For those that can do that, hey, more power to them. And then plus, if they want to create, if they want to record, it takes that's why it takes a long time, because they can't afford it.
Right.
And especially if they know it has to be quality sounding, so that way they can sell it, and then it can get the airplay, because they know it has to sound like this over here, and not like, oh, I just recorded on this little bitty tape machine or whatever.
Right.
I said, for demos, that's okay, but you want it still to be really a quality sound. You want to get with a good producer that's going to understand you and the music and get it really sounding, top notch. But it's like a lot of people just don't get it. Even I'm not a musician, that I don't perform. I'm just a lover of music, but I understand that part of it because I've seen it. I know what it takes. Because I worked with an artist that I was their assistant.
Yeah.
So I know how much time it takes and how much money it takes, and so yeah.
Read comment.
Ray using a yardstick ruler. I think of a whack. Yeah, but unfortunately I'm not there to give it to him. If I could, I would, Henry.
Well said, Chris, and that's it. That doesn't mean we give up and we're not trying different angles and different ways to do it. But it's, if you're going to get a PR person, if you're going to get a radio promoter, if you're going to do all this, these people are charging you thousands of dollars, not a couple hundred.
They want
thousands.
They want
there's still no guarantee though, but there's still no guarantee with it.
Exactly.
Still.
Wow. That's tough. What do you call? It's not a PR person. What is the other name? It's PR
promoter.
Publicist.
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 Oh, yeah.
I've had several reach out. The lowest was $2,000 a month. I said, did she realize?
What the minimum? What the minimum of like 3 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The high end was $4,000, and the radio promoting was the high end was $5,000. And the one who quoted $5,000, he couldn't even give me any kind of reference material. Man,
no analytics, nothing.
Right.
Like just trust me. Trust me. Like
I said, show
trust
me the
manage
first.
Well,
yeah.
It's something else.
Hours, you know what I mean? Even if I had it, I would still like just throw it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to come up with something. I can't even Google you. Your name comes up nowhere.
Yeah, because basically what it seems to is it basically comes down to what you're skilled at. Basically, because think about it. Back in the day, when you did have the record labels and everybody was trying to get on these record labels and stuff. Well, those record labels had all the money and they had all the different departments. These people do this people do this, do that and that. But independent, you're doing it all yourself. So it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot. But the more you learn, like like I said, Terrence is right there. The more stuff that you can do for yourself, the better. You know what I mean? So.
But Joyce, you said something earlier. You alluded to like with the quality of it, though. I mean, Grizz also.
Yeah.
Your quality has to be there. Like, I mean, don't make a full album on a shoestring budget.
Right.
I mean, make an amazing single. Or get one or two. But to me, I would never sacrifice the quality of what I'm trying to do just to get it out. Take your time, put your absolute best, because you only get one shot for people to hear your music, and now I mean, like within the first 10 seconds,
right?
I mean, you could be done and over, and they're swiping on you, so. Yes. That's one thing that I'm really big on, is just stressing that, okay, at least let's make the record sound at least like a record, and not like a demo.
Right.
And in fact, what you just said, the way you said it, reminded me of Darrell F. Walker. He said the same thing. He goes, I'm not going to put, crap out there. I'm going to put quality, out there because it's my name.
That's right. That's right.
He's doing when he's doing his single work, because he's with East Bay Soul, and then he also has his single stuff. So solo stuff, excuse me. So he goes, I'm not putting out just whatever because I want something out there. It has to sound good. That's why it takes thousands of dollars to sound good. I said, yes, it does, because you need the quality equipment, the quality of the artist, the musicians is going to use. So, and producing as well. So yeah.
Reputation and first impressions is very important.
Yeah,
very important. Okay, well, looks like we're about out of time. We're down to it. I mean, can't believe it went by pretty quick, but gosh, Terrence, man, really so appreciate you so much for hanging out today, being on the show, and we learned so much from you, and we're gonna definitely keep supporting you as well, and we definitely want you to don't be a stranger. You can come back anytime. If you have some new projects, let us know. We'll get you back on the show.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I'm gonna try to see if I can slide on Joyce's album somehow.
Hey,
come on, cuz.
Yeah. But before we do wrap things up, please, sir, if you could tell everybody where they can kind of keep up with you and stuff. And all your
so you can catch me on Facebook. Definitely, that's where I do most of my activity. On my music page at producer Terence Thompson. Also on my website at mrterrencethompson.com. Those are pretty much the two platforms that I use for the most part. I struggle with social media. I love just creating and staying on and doing that. So my IG and all that other stuff suffers. It has very little activity, but that's where you can find me on Facebook and on my website. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Great conversation. Lot of laughs on camera and off camera.
Yeah.
And just for spell your first name for the listeners that they're looking for your website and your social media.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So it's Terence, all E's, no A, TERENCE, Thompson, THOMPSON.
Okay.
Right. Very good.
He's got different ways to spell Terence.
Yeah, I get it jacked up, and I misspelled my own name in a new video. And it's out there. I didn't even change it. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride. Let it ride.
So they know what I mean.
After you spent days and hours on it, you're like,
I'm not pulling that back.
Well, man, it's been a pleasure. Everything we've heard, your music, the videos, all of it's awesome, man. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Stay safe.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
God bless.
We're usually saying our exits now. Gary, you done? I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
Well, yeah, I was just going to say now next week we're going to have a special show. We're going to have a virtual CD release with Mr. Joel Del Rosario. So, you guys definitely check that out. In fact, I'm going to put something on the screen, let you just kind of see what's coming. Yeah. Joe has a new CD. It's called 5, and it's going to be great. And so we'll be having him on the show. He's going to tell us all about it, and we're just going to enjoy listening to the new music from him. So definitely come back for that. And with that said, Ray may be awake next time when he if he comes back, because he should be plenty rested by that time, I would think. So, but other than that, I want everybody to have a great weekend and happy Juneteenth to everyone. And just enjoy your weekend out there. Be safe, and that's all I have. Grizz and Joyce, y'all can take us out. Tell whatever you got there.
Gary, you're such a class act. I see Joel. 5.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, I see that. That is so cool. Yeah, class act. Beautiful. Terence, I enjoyed collaborating with you. I enjoyed today. What fun being able to finally speak to the person. Voice to voice. Yes. And I hope we look forward to doing some more things with you, even sharing the stage. I would love to go to the East Coast.
Absolutely.
I've had some interest, but no bookings. And so all in the East Coast, Virginia, DC, I'm ready to roll. Got
awesome.
Sax for travel, so, and flute.
Awesome. Gotta bring the flute.
Yeah, I gotta bring the flute too. So anyway, thanks for being here today. Thanks everybody in the chat room. If you love what you heard today, make sure you find Terence's music on Spotify, Pandora, wherever, and add it to your playlist. And as he said, download. It's only 99 cents to be supported. And also, if you like it, click the thumbs up on the YouTube video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes.
Chris?
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and especially the new faces. I hope you come back and visit us. Terence, thank you. Thank you so much. And, well, I need to ask you something off the air later. Just want to wish everyone to have a great weekend. Be safe out there. For the dads and the single mommies out there, happy Father's Day.
That's right.
And for those celebrating Juneteenth, happy Juneteenth. Like I said, now that it's summer, the heat is back.
Yes.
Please stay hydrated. Please just be careful when you're out there. Sunscreen, hat, whatever. And like I said, lots of water. Lots of water when you're outside, please.
Absolutely.
So just be careful out there, and we will see you next week. Please join us, because it's going to be an awesome show.
All
Ciao.
Right. All right, everybody. See you next week.
See you later. That was swag.